Look at that city, dude. That's so ugly. It's all bloomy, like, ew. I hate it. In Fear 2, when you throw a grenade, like, two things move, and that's it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bad Game Fridays. Today, we're gonna be playing the game I was talking about before when I said it's my least favorite game of all time. Fear 2. Now, realistically, Fear 2, it's just a mediocre game. Like, it's just the average, like, shooter that'd come out in, like, 2009, and then, mid, like, early 2010s. It's just very generic. But I have a grudge against this game. This game, in my opinion, is very bad because it basically takes everything I liked about Fear 1 and Extraction Point, and even Perseus Mandate to a lesser extent, and just shits on it, and just makes it completely dog shit. Like, it sells all its soul for, like, dog shit. So anyway, we're gonna get right into it. Yeah, here we go. I'm not looking forward to this. You're gonna hear me bitch a lot today. Also, this game makes Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate not canon, so it's like already just kind of off to a bad start with that. Wish Extraction Point was canon, that game was awesome. And this is when Monolith fell off. It's kind of funny, at least for a little bit. I heard the Middle-earth games are pretty good. But, this is their weak sauce era, in my opinion. After Condemned 2, they just completely dropped the ball. But it's a decent little intro segment here. Hi, Alma. How you doing? How you doing, Alma? It's been quite a while since we've seen her. Oh, God. The mouse sensitivity is not good, but whatever. We'll just roll. We'll just ball. Fuck you, Alma. Still look like Kara. I've been thinking about doing a remaster or, like, redoing my Fear playthrough because I'm not really happy with how it turned out. I mean, it was my first video. It was the first video, one of the first videos on the channel. And it was before I started to, like, put a lot of care and effort, at least in my opinion, to these videos. But I'm not going to remaster those for quite a while, I will say, because I do need to move on to bigger and greater things. Also, nice jump scare. Didn't really get me, though. You can kind of tell this game is made by the same engine that Condemned 2 is made in, kinda. I mean, the facial models do look better, I will admit. They do look a little bit better. Not by a whole lot, but they do look better. Also, welcome back, Jakowski. That's a different Jakowski, though. Also, you might notice, what the fuck gun is he using? And the answer to that question is, I don't know, because this game decides to do a very cool thing called make every single weapon sci-fi in this game, and make a lot of shit sci-fi in this game. And now, look, the sci-fi elements in Fear 1, they're, like, very light. I mean, that game takes place in 2025, and it looks like it does take place in 2025, because we're in 2025 now, and that game doesn't really look that much different from how things would look today, besides, like, the mech robots and some weird robot drones or whatever. But this game decides we're going to, like, Halo, like, we're gonna go to, like, 2100 or 2200. And you'll see what I mean, especially with the weapons. Like, those weapons look very Halo-y. And not in a good way. They look like cheap Chinese knockoffs. I mean, look at that, bro. What is that? This is a long-ass intro cutscene. Alright, let's just get into it. So I will say, in this area, the game doesn't look too bad. Looks alright for what it is. Ooh, the controls are kind of okay. Whatever. We'll just deal with it. Shift to aim is very odd to have that as your default thing, but whatever. It's kind of the deal with it. I don't know if F.E.A.R 1 was like that, but like I reconfigured F.E.A.R 1 to like be different. But I'm pretty sure maybe the zoom was to aim, but in F.E.A.R 1 you don't really need to do that. Oh hi. But I will say this area here doesn't look too bad. Looks alright. Kinda, you can definitely tell this is kinda based off Condemned 2 still. Flashlight is F though, that's a good thing. Alright. There's a lot of stairs. I think my biggest problem I have with this game is why I really don't like it is this is really fucking boring in my opinion, especially the combat. Like, if the game was like this, and like if weapons were like all weird and the combat was like just as good, then I wouldn't really have a problem with this game. I'd just still say the first game, aesthetically, just looks, I think the first game does look better. But I would just say it's like, oh yeah, the first game is just like, you know, better. But like this one isn't too bad. Kind of like Condemned 2 in a way. Although Condemned 2 I'd say is a lot more faithful to Condemned 1 than this game is to F.E.A.R 1. I will say. Because this game, if you didn't tell me this game was called F.E.A.R and it was called John of Halo Shooter Theft Auto or some bullshit. What the fuck even is the fuck John of F.E.A.R Halo Theft Auto? But if you told me that the game was like this, it was I would never guess this is a F.E.A.R game because this game does not look like F.E.A.R much, other than Alma being here. Oh hi. Sorry if I'm gonna sound disinterested, but I just really don't care for this game. Also, it does this cool thing where people fucking block you, but look, you can still see your feet. But that FOV's kind of weird. Looks like you're like crouched, like you're kind of like looking like way too close to your feet. Whatever. So we're gonna get into the combat pretty soon. Hi, Stokes. Strokes. Anyway. This is when the game kind of starts to look a little bit like shit, though. Look at that building. What is that? Look at that bloom. That is not a good view, dude. Look at those cars. It looks so bad. Look at the water. There's no water there. It looks like they just cut like a chunk of land out. I know I can't get. Oh my god! Look at that building, dude. Why does it look like that? It's not made out of mirrors, dude. That is just bloom. There's too much bloom in this game. That's another thing, too. I mean, it was kind of a problem in Condemned 2. Oh, shit. It was kind of a problem in Condemned 2, but... yeah. Playing this game for 5 seconds, and... the weapon impact, like, on the SMG just feels like dog shit. Like, first of all, just listen to it. Like, that's barely any sound. I can barely hear that, and not only that, but there's like the impact and the recoil, just like it looks so bad. And then like these guys die in like 2 hits. Like I can just stand here. Like the enemies just like don't do shit really. They don't. Oh yeah, also you play as Becca. You don't play as Point Man in this game. Also, the big thing you might notice is I'm pressing Q and E, and there's no lean. Because this is the first F.E.A.R game that removed leaning. Because, and they don't want to admit this, but because this is a console game first and a PC game second. It's kind of like how Condemned did it, except Condemned, honestly, its translation to PC does not feel as weird. I mean, there's some weird things about it that you can kind of tell is a console game first. Look at that helicopter. That came straight from the first game. That is a model from the first game. Look at that city, dude. That's so ugly. It's all bloomy. Like, ew. I hate it. I mean, I do like the detail that the city's more alive. I mean, in Condemned... oh, wait. Nope, never mind. There's no cars now. Okay. Also, I don't know why I said... in F.E.A.R 1, I mean, I will admit, the city is pretty empty for the most part. But, like, I still think it fit with the vibe of the game, at least. Like, this just... I don't know. I do think the pistols looks kinda cool. Hi, Genevieve. I'm not reading all that, by the way. Yeah, I do think the pistol looks kind of cool. And it's kind of cool there's vaulting, I guess. But I don't know, dude. Like, when I play this game, all I think about is, like, what it could have been. What it really could have been. Yeah, look at the, like, first, you can barely hear the pistol. The pistol's, like, barely any it just, ugh, I don't like it. Like, the pistol in the first game is, like, meaty. It's got, like, an impactful recoil. Like, that is just, like, lame sauce. And it felt, like, more satisfying. Like, the bullets, I'm pretty sure in... At least they felt like they were, real-time in, F.E.A.R 1. Because the bullets in this game are obviously hit scan. I think they're like that in F.E.A.R 1. But the difference there is they make it look like they're not like that. In this game, though, it's like, you can just kind of tell. It's like, yeah, you can really tell. I mean, they add, like, the little bullet tracer, too, to, like, make it look like that, but it's like, I don't know, you can tell more so in this game. Also, I don't know why, but it's, like, super quiet. Why is this game so quiet? Like, F.E.A.R 1 is loud as shit. But it's kind of, like, a negative and a positive thing, but I feel like the shit in F.E.A.R 1 is way more impactful. But yeah, also, a thing I want to show off. In F.E.A.R 1, if you throw a grenade in a room, all the shit will, like, move around and whatnot. In F.E.A.R 2, when you throw a grenade, like, 2 things move, and that's it. And also, the impact, like, sucks. In the first game, it was a shockwave. I guess it opened the door, so... But in the first F.E.A.R game, there's, like, a shockwave with the grenade every single time. Also, these grenades are not impact. And it's like... God. It's so lame. Like, there's no sauce. I mean, the music's still alright, although I'm pretty sure that's just a revised version of a song from the first game. But the music's alright. I mean, the music still sounds like F.E.A.R at least. But this gameplay, it's just not it. Like I said, like in F.E.A.R 1, like on normal, you walk. Oh yeah, here's another thing: the glass too, and this is funny too. They fucked this up. In Condemned 2, the glass still looks good. Like the glass falls down and shit. In this game, just look at that. It's a PNG. This is a PNG, especially Elsa. That's beautiful, isn't it? And when you compare it to F.E.A.R 1, like, F.E.A.R 1's glass and shit, like, is, like, natural. It feels natural. I mean, yeah, it does probably convert to a PNG. But it does a lot more secretly than, like, that. That is just, like, clear as day, a PNG. Literally turns into it right in front of your eyes. Anyway, whatever. It's like... the SMG just feels like dog shit. Well, luckily we can still shoot these, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and see, and the screen shakes too. That's another thing too with the grenades. The screen does not shake at all. The screen's like stagnant. Like, watch. Hold up. I mean, I do like that you can cook grenades now at least. But first of all, that guy didn't even give at all. Also, I'm sorry. I keep mailing because I think I'm gonna aim enough, you know, like normally. Although to be fair, I'm not gonna critique this game for having it like that too, because like I said, I'm pretty sure F.E.A.R 1 also had it like that, so it'd be kind of hypocritical. Oh god, the mouse. Oh god, I don't know why the mouse is acting like that. Also, these guys are Armacan soldiers, by the way. These aren't replicas or anything. These are Armacan. Which is funny to me, because they don't look like it now, do they? Okay, I do like that little detail, the guy falling down and he like there's an echo. That's cool, I guess. But it's funny because you look at the Armacan soldiers. Actually, you look at like all the soldiers and like guns and shit from the first game. It looks pretty contemporary. Like it looks like yeah, the game takes place in 2025, but like besides some super sci-fi weapons, which by the way is only because like, you know, you're in a company research thingy, whatever the fuck. You're an Armacam. So, you know, obviously they're gonna have, like, you know, all the futuristic shit. But, like, other than that, though, like, outside of that, though, like, you find, for the most part, like, normal weapons also high, Alma. But you find like normal weapons and shit. Also, yeah, almost grown up now. I don't know why. It's weird. Also, for some reason, you move really slow in water. I don't know if this is because of the thing or whatever. Oh no, you just moved that slow in water. Okay, that doesn't really fucking make sense, especially compared to the first game, but whatever. Ugh. I know I'm bitching a lot, but there's a reason why. Because the first Fear game is like so good. It's such a good fucking game, but then like this game, it's like I just do that. And they die, first of all, they all die in 2 shots. They do barely any damage to me. And I heard originally they were gonna have regen health in this game. Yes, they were gonna have fucking regen health in this game. But apparently the fan outcry for that was so large that they had to undo that. Which I think is funny because you'd think they would also do that for leaning, but I guess not. Because, you know, the last thing I want in a Fear game is leaning. Because, you know, leaning obviously never served any purposes. Never served any purpose in the first game or anything. Oh no, also the cars are back. Isn't that cool? But no, it never served any purposes or anything. All it did was just complicate the controls. Especially for controller users. Even though I'm so serious, like, Fear plays really good on the 360. Like, I'm sorry. But Fear 1 is not a bad game on the 360, or I haven't played it on PS3. I heard on the PS3 it, like, lags a lot. Like, there's a lot of issues on the PS3. But, no, the control setup for, Xbox 360, though, is good. In my opinion, it's good. If you play on the lean setting, that's the setting I play on, where, like, you have the bumpers to, like, lean with. Like, that's really good. In my opinion. Okay, you definitely look like you came from Condemned 2. You definitely showed the most. What about Point Man? Well, I mean, to be fair, he's just, like, in the middle of, like, some bullshit right now. He's getting out of the facility.
My God.
Also, I think it's funny how that's a scene from the first game.
Stubborn son of a bitch probably just killed us all.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out now, won't we? Genevieve Aristide.
Sergeant Beckett, what's wrong?
You don't look like you really care. You do not look like I care. Oh, yes, I love screen cancer. Hi, Alma. Hi, Kara. Also, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my biases, but the horror moments in this game feel a lot more forced than in Fear 1. I mean, they weren't really even that great in Fear 1 or anything. Oh, that is ass. Oh, wow, there's a shockwave for the nuke, but not our grenades? But anyway, as I was saying, though, like I said, maybe this game isn't the worst ever in, like, pure non-biased, like, just looking at it, like, it's like a very generic shooter game, but, like, in my opinion, though, like I said, I hate this game. I really do not like this game at all. Especially with how it looks. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like how this game looks. Like, I think Condemned 2... It's hard to explain. Condemned 2 looks like a Condemned game. Like, it looks like the successor to the first game. This game does not look like the successor to the first Fear game. Also, give me 1 second.
We don't have much time.
Alright. Back now. Sorry about that.
Eyes are still dilating.
Yeah. You bet.
Check the dosage. This shouldn't be happening.
Oh yeah, this is how we're gonna get our slow-mo.
1 moment.
Because I was about to say, well, technically, also, the only thing to point out this is a Fear game is the slow-mo. But, like, it doesn't really fucking matter.
We could be in V-Fig. Charge to 200. No.
Because the slow-mo, you don't need this. I mean, you could argue you don't even need the slow-mo in the first game, but in this game, it's like, if anything, though, it's like, this game's already easy as dirt, even on the harder modes. I mean, normal Fear on normal, like, is still decently challenging. I mean, like, yeah, if you play it a million times like me, obviously, like, it's not like super duper hard or anything.
Unstable. Progressing now.
But like you still die. But like in this game, like you have to try to die. Honestly, either that or you killed by some environmental shit.
Little pinch.
Yep, little pinch. Now we got slow mo. Hi Alma. Hi jump scare face. Anyway, it's like I don't know. I just don't really like how this game looks, especially with the like the bloom and shit. Like they overdo it. Like yeah, there's a lot of bloom in Condemned 2, but like I said, Condemned 2 actually looks like a sequel to the first game. This game does not really look like that much of a sequel to the first game. I do like how they kept the interval thing though. Like this game, it really just does not feel like a sequel to the first game, in my opinion. Just like there's just no aura, there's no sauce, just all gone. Which is funny because a lot of people say that about F.E.A.R 3, and to be honest, if you want my opinion, I think F.E.A.R 3 is also a pretty bad game, but I would honestly rather play F.E.A.R 3 than this game. F.E.A.R 3 tries to be like F.E.A.R 1 again, and it's not a really good attempt, it still sucks. But there are things they add in that game, like add back. Like in this game, enemies don't detect you with the flashlight, by the way. Like that's a thing that's pointed out in F.E.A.R 3 where they bring that back. Which is funny because F.E.A.R 3 for the most part takes place in outside areas. Like most of the time you're not going to be indoors. So I don't get it. I don't get why they brought it back. But like at least I appreciate the attempt. They still don't have leaning though. And also the story still sucks, because yes, between all these games, the story still isn't that good. The fact that it's at its best in F.E.A.R 1 and Extraction Point isn't really a good sign, to be honest. I mean, it's not as bad as Condemned, I will say. Condemned's story is, well, it's something alright. But this game isn't really that much better. I mean, this franchise isn't really that much better, to be honest. But like it starts going insane with like this game in F.E.A.R 3, especially F.E.A.R 3. F.E.A.R 3 is just like I don't even know anymore. What the fuck's going on? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, that's kind of bloody. Okay, I kind of like that. Looks kind of alright. Looks alright, I guess. But I'm so serious. Like any praise I can give to this game, and everything this game does, it's like done better in like another game, or it's just like the bare minimum. Like I said, like yeah, that looks cool, but like F.E.A.R 1 did that and it looks just as good. The shooting's a lot worse. Like yeah, I guess the shooting isn't bad, it's standard. Oh yeah, jump scare. Ooh, so scary. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like that in F.E.A.R 1, because like F.E.A.R 1 doesn't really scare me that much, except that one ladder thing. You know what I'm talking about. What was I saying? I was talking about some bullshit. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, sometimes I just ramble and I forget what I'm saying, but anyway. I just don't really like this game that much. Hi. Look at that armor, though. That's so ugly. Looks so ugly. Especially compared to the replicas in, like, the first game. In the first game, they look, like, really good. Like, the replica soldiers look exactly how they should and whatnot. They don't look, like, too sci-fi. Like, in this game, like, first of all, this fucking HUD. Like, you don't have this, like, helmet HUD in the fucking F.E.A.R 1. I keep saying Condemned 1. In F.E.A.R 1, you don't have this HUD thing. This reminds me of Halo 4. This is like Halo 4 before Halo 4. You can tell this is a very Halo-inspired thing. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I was talking about F.E.A.R 3. But anyway, yeah, F.E.A.R 3... I do think it's better, but, like, not by much. It still sucks. But, like, it is technically a better game. For the most part. Oh, yeah, slow-mo. Yeah, okay, here's slow-mo. Tell me if you notice anything different. Look at that. Oh my god. I do like how they keep the bullet tracers and shit in slow-mo, but like, that guy's gibbed out of nowhere. And also they all, Oh yeah, also this game's humor kind of sucks compared to the first game. I mean, the first game you got Norton Mapes, and like he was goated even though he's a dickhead. So this game isn't really that funny, honestly. And like I said, I will admit a lot of these criticism I have towards this game are admittedly probably part of my biases against it. Especially compared to the first game. But like, is it really bad that I want it to be as good as the first game? Like, is it really a bad thing that I want it to be on par with the first game, especially considering how good the first game is? And technically, I got that with Extraction Point, because Extraction Point is on par with the main game. And in fact, Extraction Point adds in a couple of cool things that I like. They don't take away, like, Extraction Point, they have that thing where, like, you can, melee doors open. I don't know if this game has that. If it does, then that's a cool thing, too. But I still, like, I like the tacticalness of, F.E.A.R. I don't like the fact that they got rid of leaning. Like, that is my biggest gripe against this game, besides, like, the combat just being mid and the AI just... I don't even know if it is the same AI, but if it is, it's just a lot worse. It feels like a little bit better than Condemned 2's shooting AI, but, like, that's about it. That's as far as that goes, in my opinion. Also, they shoot me while they're dying? Okay, that's cool, I guess. And I'm also on fire. Awesome. Awesome-y awesome. Also, look, what the fuck was that? The site was, like, bugged for a second. Ugh. Look at these guys. Die. Yeah. See, a bad game, I should pick more funny bad games, honestly, because this is just really boring for me. I don't know if it's boring for y'all. Maybe you guys like hearing me bitch and moan about dumb shit. But, man, this is just really fucking boring to me. Like I said, I would love to replay the first F.E.A.R game and Extraction Point. And, like, redo F.E.A.R 1 and then do Extraction Point for the channel. But I'm so serious, like... That's not gonna be for a while, but also, like... This game is so ugly, man. I just don't like how this game looks. Also, yeah, it has the Condemned 2 problem where it's like tiny-ass bun. Oh, watch this. Die. 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 Man, it'd be really cool if I could lean. Oh. Let's find this guy. Uh-oh. The ATC soldiers. Uh-oh, they're so scary. Wow, look at that guy. Ooh, it's so hard. It's so... The combat is so much better than it is in the first game. Wow. And there's Alma. Oh yeah, there's a very weird thing with Alma in this game. That's kind of like the reason why this game's even remembered story-wise. It's not a good thing, by the way. It's a very weird and honestly just... Oh wow, wow, okay, it's cool. It's a very weird and forced thing. It's just like, ugh, I don't want to talk about it. But if you know, if you played this game, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the one thing this game's remembered for story-wise. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow, see, and like, see, if I was doing this... See, this is just a much lamer elevator scene, like in the first game. Like, the first game had the elevators and shit, but like there is, like, not only could you actually, like, go into the rooms, but they were a lot more threatening. Melee. Wow, look at that. Is that it? Is that all y'all got? Like, come on. Don't pull your punches. Fucking shoot me. Ugh. I think I'm about done with this game, honestly. I'm just so fucking bored. I'm sorry. I can't stomach this game any longer. But anyway, it's kind of a long part too. I think we're gonna cut 30-minute mark soon. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Bad Game Fridays. Next week I'll actually pick something like funny and not like ass like this to play. But until then, this is Michael. Hope you guys had a nice day. Hope you're doing a while. Alright. And my famous catchphrase, as always, peace out.